Hello, this is Kevin Strout, and I'm going to read a speech to you that I think is pretty good. And I'm going to talk to you about politics. And if you want to call me and keep in touch, you can reach me at my mobile phone at 816-457-0538. Call me, text me, leave a voicemail. I like to keep in contact with my fellow Americans. So I want to give this speech to you right now, and then maybe you can try to figure out if it has any meaning for you. This speech means that the circle can complete. And the question at this time is, what are the aims of this opposition and its leaders? The opposition is the rich and large corporations ruling the country in big banks. It is a fight for an idea, a political war, and then in the forefront stands a fundamental principle that men do not exist for the state exists for men. First and far above all else stands the idea of the people. The state is a form of organization of this people, and the meaning and purpose of the state are through this form of organization to assure the life of the people. And from this, there arises a new mode of thought and thus necessarily a new political method. We say a new mode of thought. Today, our whole official political outlook is rooted in the view of the state. Must be maintained because the state in itself is an essential thing. We, on the other hand, maintain that the state is in its form, has a definite purpose to fulfill, and that stands the purpose to maintain the nation's life. That is an essential thing, and one should not speak of a law for the protection of the state, but for the protection of the nation. It is of a protection that one must think in the place of a rigid formal organization. The state must be set the living organism for people. Then all action is given a new, untrammeled freedom. All the formal fetters that can today be imposed on men become immoral directly they fail to maintain the people, because this is the highest purpose in life and the aim of all reasonable thought and action. If today our action employs among its different weapons that of Congress and Senate, that is not to say that parties exist only for political ends. For us, government is not an end in itself, but merely means to the end. We are not on principle government party that would be controlled or contradiction or under contradiction of our whole outlook. We are a party of compulsion under constraint, and that compulsion is the Constitution. The Constitution compels us to use these means. This means it does not compel us to wish for a particular goal. It only prescribes a way, a method, and and I repeat, we follow this way legally, in accordance with the Constitution. By the way laid down through the Constitution, we advance towards the purposes which we have set before us. Never can Constitution determine for all time the content of a purpose, especially when the content is not identical with the vital rights of the people. If today the Constitution admits for its protection laws which are headed laws for the protection of the government, then it is demonstrated that the most which our present Constitution can prescribe is nothing but the protection and the maintenance of a form, and that does not touch the maintenance of the nation of the people and of the people. This purpose is therefore free. This is the goal which is we proclaim and to which we shall attain. From blood authority of personality and a fighting spirit springs that value which alone entitles a people to look around with glad hope, and that alone is also the condition for the life which men then desire. And when this is realized, then that too is realized, for which today the political parties strive prosperity, happiness in individual family life, and etc., but not really. First will come honor and then freedom, and from both of these happiness, prosperity, life, in a word, that the state things will return, we Americans perhaps dimly saw before individuals can once more live with joy in their hearts because life has a meaning and a purpose. Because the close of life is then not in itself the end, since there will be an endless chain of generations to follow. Man know that we create will not sink into Orcus, but will pass to his children and to his children's children. And so this victory which we have just won is nothing else than the winning of a new weapon for our fight. It is not for seats in Congress that we fight, but we win seats in Congress in order that one day we may be able to liberate the American people. Do not write on banners the word victory today. That word shall be uttered for the last time. Strike through the word victory and write once more in its place the word which suits us better, the word fight. So the middle class and the poor can be represented so they can advance. Oh, that was a whole lot to say right there. Took a lot of brain power for me to get that together, and I hope you got an idea what I'm talking about. I'll come back with you again on other issues in politics, but we the people need to unite, and we can't have big business and the rich and the banks control our lives. That's what's happening. Our politicians have their hands in those I described pockets. And whenever these rich corporations contribute to our politicians, They are going to be for the politicians, not worrying about the people. You have a good day.